Hello and welcome back, grade 2 students. I hope you guys are enjoying our videos. Today we're going to start with a new unit 4, Earth's surface. Lesson 1, where is water found on Earth? Okay, so we're going to learn where is water found on Earth. And it is part 1. So what are we going to learn about today? Today we're going to learn about an introduction to unit 4 on page 183. We're going to watch a video about the bodies of water, and we're going to start with lesson 1, where is water found on Earth, page 186, 187. Also, we're going to cover lakes and ponds section, page 188, 189. So, if we take a minute to observe page 183, unit 4, Earth's surface. We could easily spot the water or the river, okay, the different bodies of water. We could see a river for now, right? And you could see that it is surrounded by land on both sides. So in this unit, we're going to study about Earth's surface and what is it covered with. Are you guys ready? So due to the copyright, I wasn't able to insert the video about the bodies of water in this PowerPoint or in this video, okay? That's why I have enlisted the link for the video about the bodies of water and the science instruction, okay? And you may click on it. It's listed under bodies of water video and you may watch it easily. Now, so let's start with our lesson on page 186. Let's read lesson 1, where is water found on Earth? Let's take a minute to observe the picture carefully. What do we see? What do we observe in this picture? We see a huge, gigantic wave, right? So water is found in many places on Earth. By the end of this lesson, I will be able to identify where water is found on Earth. I will be able to describe characteristics of bodies of water. When we say characteristics, it means the features of the different bodies of water. What do we mean by feature? It means what does it look like? Is it small? Is it big? What does it have? Salty water, fresh water? Is it made of a still body of water that does not move? Or is it made of moving water that flows from one place to another? Clear so far? On page 187, let's check together bodies of water. Water can be found in many places on Earth. Look at the pictures to explore some bodies of water. So over here we see a lake and we see that it's surrounded by land on all sides. In the second picture we see a river and we can see that it is surrounded by land on both sides. Over here we see the ocean and over here we see the pond. Now take a minute to think, guys, which one of these 4 bodies of water is the smallest? Correct, it is the pond because we could see that it is really small compared to the ocean or to the lake or to the river. What about the largest body of water among all 4? Correct, also it is the ocean. How do we know? Because if we observe, we could see that the ocean has the most space in comparison to the lake or the river or the pond. Can you explain it? Which body of water is closest to where you live? Describe what is it like. Again, can you explain it? Which body of water is closest to where you live? Describe what it is like. So guys, think. Is there any of these 4 bodies of water next to your home? If yes, describe what does it look like. Is it big? Is it small? Is it surrounded by land or not? Okay? For today, we're going to start with page 188, the lakes and ponds section. In the first picture, we can see a lake. In the second picture, we can see a pond. Now, if you observe carefully, we can see that the lake is really big in comparison to the pond. And the pond is really small, right? Let's move on. On page 188, let's read all together. Lakes and ponds. Look at the pictures to explore lakes and ponds. So in the first picture we see a lake, in the second we see a pond. As we said, we could directly observe that there is a big difference between the two, in which the pond is really small and the lake is really big. Clear? In comparison to the pond. Let's read together. Lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds, but lakes and ponds are alike in many ways. When we say alike, it means the same. Lakes and ponds are both surrounded by land. The water in both does not flow. The bottoms of lakes and ponds are covered with mud. Most lakes and all ponds have fresh water. These features are patterns because they show what lakes and ponds have in common. So I'm going to read it one more time and then we'll explain. Lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. This is the difference. It means they are unlike. But lakes and ponds are alike in many ways. Lakes and ponds are both surrounded by land. The water in both does not flow. The bottoms of lakes and ponds are covered with mud. Most lakes and all ponds have fresh water. These features are patterns because they show what lakes and ponds have in common. So, how are they different? The lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. So, lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. The ponds are more like shallow, okay? So, lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. Clear so far? Clear so far? So one more time, the lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. But lakes and ponds are alike in many ways. Let's check how are they alike. Lakes and ponds, first of all, are both surrounded by land, and the water in both does not flow, and the bottom of lakes and ponds are covered with mud. And most and all ponds have fresh water. These features are patterns because they show what lakes and ponds have in common. So when we say lakes and ponds, what ponds and lake have in common, it means how are they the same? Okay? Clear so far? So, how are they different? Lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. Lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. Now, how are they the same? Lakes, we have 3 ways that they are the same. 3 ways. 1. Lakes and ponds are both surrounded by land on both sides, okay, or on all sides. The water in both does not flow. It means it does not move. It's still body of water. Also, the third idea is that both the lakes and the ponds have muddy bottom. Muddy, it means they have mud at the bottom. And these are patterns. Patterns are things that are repeated. Okay, guys? Again, one more time. Let's listen up carefully. Are you guys ready? Okay, so how are the lakes and ponds different? Lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. Lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. How are they the same? We have 3 ways in which the 3 are the same. The first, both lakes and ponds are surrounded by land on all sides. That's 1. In both lakes and ponds, the water does not flow, which means it does not flow into another river or another lake. It stays in its place, okay? And the third is that both the rivers and the lakes, okay, what? Have muddy bottoms. Now, there is one more, but it's not, does not apply for all. That's why we say most lakes, okay, and all ponds have fresh water. So not all the lakes, most lakes have fresh water and all ponds have fresh water. And when we say these are patterns, it means these are things that are repeated. So whenever I say lake and pond, we remember that lakes and ponds both are surrounded by land on all sides. Lakes and ponds both have water that does not flow. It does not flow. Both lakes and ponds have muddy bottoms. Most lakes and all ponds have fresh water. So let's go quickly. So what are the common things between lakes and ponds? Both lakes and ponds are surrounded by land. That's 1. 2. Both lakes and ponds have water that does not flow. It's a still body of water. It stays in its place. 3. Both lakes and ponds have muddy bottom. Most lakes and ponds have fresh water. Okay, so let's go one more time quickly. Both lakes and ponds are surrounded by land on all sides. That's 1. 2. Both lakes and ponds have water that does not flow. 3. Both lakes and ponds have a muddy bottom. Okay. And most lakes and all ponds have fresh water. Let's move on. How are they different? Are you guys ready? When we say difference, it means they do not look alike. So as we said that the lakes are, this is a lake and this is a pond. If we observe carefully, we could see that the lakes are bigger and deeper than the ponds. When we say deeper, it means that the ponds are shallower, okay, or shallow, and the lakes are deeper. So again, lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. Lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. So that's how they are different, okay? Let's go again one more time. How are they alike? Are you guys ready? Both lakes and ponds are surrounded by land on all sides. Both lakes and ponds have water that does not flow. Both lakes and ponds have muddy bottoms. And most lakes and all ponds have fresh water. Now, let's move on. Are you guys ready? How are they different? Lakes are bigger and deeper than ponds. Thank you. That's all.